Finally, after 7 years of dancing around the obvious, Carol Danvers comes out of the closet and becomes the villain she was always meant to be. You go, girl. Seriously, since Marvel turned Carol Danvers into Captain Marvel, she's been on a path to the dark side. She's violent, selfish, a fascist, a murderer. There's nothing heroic about her, and honestly, that's not the character's fault. It goes back to the writers, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Tara Butters and Michelle Fazekas, Margaret Stoll, and now Kelly Thompson. All of them wrote Carol as basically a villain, so finally the veil will drop. From comic book resources, quote, "In November, one of Earth's mightiest heroes breaks bad when the world is introduced to Dark Captain Marvel in The Last Avenger. In Captain Marvel number 12, writer Kelly Thompson is joined by artist Lee Garbett to show fans what happens when Carol Danvers takes a bad turn and goes head-to-head with her former Avengers teammates. You mean like she did in Civil War II, or in Secret Empire, or in the recent series where she went to an alternate timeline. I bet if we sat down and added it up, Carol has probably attacked and killed more Avengers than any villain combined. So this idea of Carol turning bad is ridiculous. She's been a villain in waiting for nearly a decade. But finally she's going full-on Galadriel.
In place of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen! Not dark, but beautiful and terrible as the dawn! Treacherous as the sea! Stronger than the foundations of the earth! All shall love me and despair!
Too late. We've been in despair since your first series launched. And now we're 10 volumes in. We're well past despair. The article goes on, quote, "As Kelly continues her daring and defining run on Captain Marvel, in this new arc of The Last Avenger, she pushes the boundaries even further by taking Carol into a dark and deadly new direction. Again, this already happened. She plotted to kill Miles Morales, who was like 15 or 16 at the time, based on a vision from a precog that showed Miles killing Captain America. Never mind that Carol lives in a world full of people from other timelines, like Miles Morales. The most logical thing to do would be to consider the chance that what the precog saw wasn't the future, but an alternate reality. Never mind that Carol lives in a world full of telepaths and sorcerers who can also see into the future. She doesn't have any of them double-check this guy's vision. She hears what she wants to hear and ignores the rules of law and morality and threatens anyone who dares to challenge her. Murdering a kid based on something you think he'll do is about as far as you can go, so what boundaries are left for her to break? What, is she going to start molesting kids before she kills them? What's really sad about this whole thing is that it seems that people have lost sight of what superheroes are supposed to be. They're supposed to represent the best humanity has to offer. Even if they get brought down, there's supposed to be a redemption, like when Heracles killed his family and then goes through the trials. But modern superheroes don't have that. Instead, writers keep deconstructing them, then deconstructing the deconstruction. What we end up with are really unlikable, untrustworthy people with powers ignoring all the rules. It's only natural then to go, imagine if they were villains. But we don't have to imagine. We just have to read the ongoing books. So we'll see how different this book is going to be from all the other Carol comics that we've seen over the last decade. I don't imagine they're going to be that different, but for one obvious thing, she's got a body again. I guess that's why she's evil. She looks sexy. Sexy is evil. It's like the reverse with men. When men turn to the dark side, they get their little mustache. When women turn to the dark side, they actually look like women again. Nicely done, feminist. If that's the case, can we turn all the women evil again just so we can at least have titties that don't fit inside of a training bra?